Now, the reason he died, first of all, he was arrested in Homa Bay after publishing social media posts criticizing Deputy Inspector General of Police Eliud Lagat. You get. Now, civil rights groups, including just a bunch of them, calling for, justice. I'm also reading over here, the family of Albert Ojwang, a teacher from Voi, is now demanding justice following his mysterious death in police custody, with a growing chorus of civil society groups, legal professionals, and education unions calling for a full investigation into the incident. I remember earlier the police were saying, police at Central, he knocked his head on the wall. Guys, are we
Manze,
like, is this a joke?
Look at this young man picked from his home, healthy, and he ends up dying the following day. You just finished somebody's son, somebody's father, somebody's brother, somebody's friend, somebody's employee, like a fellow Kenyan. Somebody's teacher. This is painful.
It's very sad, by the way.
As much as we're asking for justice, the guy is dead. Kev, I feel so sad. Every time I hear that story, it breaks my heart.
Just because they criticized somebody. Let's not forget that this guy has a right of expression. We can call out anybody.
Can you imagine? As much as we're making so much noise out there, he can't come back alive. What are we doing as a nation? What is going on?
And I like what the Nairobi senator said. Alisema, we live in a country where you have more chances of surviving while in the hands of gangs and terrorists than in the hands of Kenyan police. Naila, when we just started doing the show together, I remember it must have been the second or the third day of us, being on this drive show.
Yes.
And I was reading for you stats about how many Kenyans have died in the hands of police. Extrajudicial killings.
What is this?
It's in the hundreds. Just this year, it's in the hundreds already.
And it's becoming a norm. Have you noticed it's becoming a norm?
What the hell?
You'll make noise. You'll riot. You'll go in the streets. We will open a file and make all these decisions on how we're going to investigate.
Start all these cases.
People will be arrested.
It's interesting you're saying that.
After 2 weeks, we move on as Kenyans.
Oh, we forget so fast.
We forget. Something needs to give.
Now, speaking of something given, I'm reading over here that the IPOA, that is the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, has assured the family of the late Albert Ojwang that the nation, that a thorough investigation into his death is underway and that justice will be served. Now, they were addressing the press outside the Nairobi Central Police Station. IPOA chairperson Isaac Hassan confirmed that the investigation teams have already visited the scene and began the inquiries. Also, Homa Bay Governor Gladys Wanga condoled with the family of Albert Omondi Ojwang for their loss. Yes, she said no family should suffer the loss of a loved one under such unclear and troubling circumstances, especially while in the custody of our state institutions sworn to protect lives. One other thing is...
I have the chronology as you're telling us, the last statement in regards to Ojwang's death.
Yeah.
Here's the chronology events leading to Albert Ojwang's death. He was arrested on the 6th. He was arrested by DCI detectives in Homa Bay, transported to Nairobi for further questioning on the 7th, booked at Central Police Station. During the routine cell inspection, he was found unconscious on the 8th of June, was immediately rushed to Mbagathi Hospital for treatment. Hospital admission was documented under OB number 090806-2025. Upon arrival at the hospital, he was declared dead. IPOA was notified to commence investigation. My question is this. This man was not sick. He was picked from his home while he was in good health.
400 kilometers away from Nairobi.
What did they do to him?
Just because he said a few things on social media, just because he posted something, just because he had an opinion, a differing opinion. I don't understand. We always talk about how we are a progressive, society, that we uphold democratic ideals. What are you talking about upholding democratic ideals, and you guys can drive all the way 400 kilometers away because of a post on social media.
My question to my fellow Kenyans is this. Are we going to go on with this repeatedly every other week? A young person dies or just somebody is killed and we move on? Who is being held accountable for all these laws?
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? For us, we'll cry, we will be sad. But imagine somebody has just lost. Did you see the father crying?
I know, very sad. So apparently the NPS, the National Police Service, they have now indicted 5 officers stationed at the Central Police Station in Nairobi here in connection with the death of Albert. They released a press statement today, and they confirmed the interdiction and of the officer commanding the station, OCS, the duty officer on the night in question, and the cell sentry, and all officers who were on duty at the report office that night. So I'll say one thing. I need to see our leaders, including the president, calling out the police officers for their actions, and not just the president, also the former prime minister. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You need to show them that you empathize with all the things that Kenyans are going through. We are living in despicable circumstances in this country. If you're a young Kenyan and you're caught up in a situation, chances are high you're not going back home alive. Yeah. That is the sort of society that we live in. Yes. It sucks. I know of many people, young Kenyans, who dream of leaving their home. How do you have a society where
young men,
Kenyans are praying that one day they get to leave their own home, their own country? That is not... This is shocking.
This guy was not armed. This guy did not commit anything, a criminal offense for him to be arrested.
It's very sad. It's very sad. It's very sad. My heart goes out to the family. And he was the only son that the man had.
Did you see his tears? Oh, may God comfort his family.
It's very sad. I pray to the family.
It is so heartbreaking.
It's very sad.
And my question to Kenyans, and I think all of us need to think, what needs to be done? Because this has gone on for so long. It's not okay. We are not okay as a nation.
We're not okay.
This is a sick nation.
These things don't happen in normal countries.
No. Something is wrong somewhere and it needs to be addressed.
No, because you see, the thing is, these people in these institutions, they have a feeling of they have this big man syndrome. They feel like they can get away with crime. If you are in a position of public service and you feel like you can get away with stuff like corruption, extrajudicial killings, then it means you're getting this feeling from people who are high up above. It's almost as if they're empowering you. They're the ones who are inciting you guys to do all these things. Do you know what I mean? And so anyway, I hope IPOA gets to the bottom of this investigation. And these people, if at all these people who were inducted, if at all they're actually found culpable of this heinous act, that they will be held into account. Justice has to be served because too many young Kenyans are dying, man.
I know.
Unnecessary deaths.
I know. My question is this to you, Kevin, and the listener. Ultimately, we only get to hear that the investigation is ongoing.
Yeah.
But nothing happens after that. Nobody is ever held accountable.
Yeah.
After all these allegations, something needs to give.
Something has to give. Good stuff. So it's Kevin and Naila, hashtag Spice Drive. We are still on cruising the internet. We're talking about some of the top stories in the country. When we come back, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Mudavadi, said, and I quote, "It will be very difficult to beat President Ruto in 2027. We'll talk about that. Right now, it's 29 minutes after 4.
You are tuned in to Nairobi's #1 soul station, Spice FM.